in the boat, you're by yourself, the sun's coming up. You don't have to worry about the 100 other guys that are trying to do the same thing. All you gotta worry about is you and the fish. You don't have to worry about nothing else.
And when those boats come out of the lock, and when you've got 20 miles of bass boats racing each other, and he's passing boats, I knew at that moment, this kid is going to have to be dealt with at some time in the fishing world.
Cory Johnston, St. Lawrence River belongs to Cory Johnston, two-time Elite Series champion.
My name is Cory Johnston. Grew up in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. I'm competitive. I'd say that's probably my number one thing is competitive. A little crazy at times. That's a few words I would say my friends would use.
Cory's personality growing up, he's just very, very competitive. Always wanted to win. Always wants to take to the next level. He's not afraid to throw $5 out. He did that when we were 10 years old till now. Everything's kind of a competitive nature with him. I look at it as like encouragement.
Fishing is about decision making, patience, and time management. It's about the end game. Tournament fishing is how do I weigh in the 5 biggest fish every day? And that's the puzzle that we got to figure out. And at the end of the day, hopefully holding up a big blue trophy.
How can I say it? He was more than willing to gamble his life on fishing. And confident, and no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna go fishing.
When we were younger, my brother and I both, all we wanted to do was be in the boat with my old man. My old man used to say, when you're not shitting your pants, you can come in the boat. So he was good enough to bring us along with him. We spent daylight till dark in the boat with him, and we didn't really know any better. We wanted to be out there, we loved it, and never thought that we would end up fishing professionally in the US, but here we are. This picture here was when I was 14 years old, Tri-Lakes, won $8,000 that weekend with Dad. First big win I ever had. Doesn't matter when, how old, what sport, winning is good. You want to win. From a young age, I've always said to my old man and my mom, like, I want to fish for a living, and he would always say, name one person from Canada that makes a living fishing. And you couldn't do it.
He was in that Toyota series, and there was a tournament. Cory made this statement to me, and he never makes a statement. He said, I got this tournament won. I said, come on, Cory, there's 200 plus people in this tournament. He said, I've got it won. And I brushed it off as nothing until I'm there at the weigh-in on the final day, and he raises that trophy.
There's actually very little luck in fishing. That's why we have practice. It's figuring out where these fish live. That's kind of the whole game. That's what makes people better than others. It don't matter if it is raining, snowing, 8-foot waves. We're out there, we're fishing the conditions. Every day is different. One day it's gonna be beautiful, sunny, you love to be out there. The next day you're gonna wake up, hate your life because it's, 30-mile-an-hour winds, raining, thunderstorms. But it is what it is. You got to be out there, and you got to figure out a way to win.
Well, being a parent, you worry until they get back to that shore. I'm waiting on the shore, just waiting to see that boat come around the corner to make sure they're safe and back in.
There were 8 and 10-foot waves. It could have ended in a whole different way. And yeah, we worry.
There's a lot that I've learned from my dad. Probably the biggest thing that we learned is be a winner. Put your time in, work as hard as you can, and at the end of the day, if you gave it your all and you lose, it is what it is. But if you lose and you didn't give 100%, that's not good. Our gear means everything to us, from rods, reels, hooks. If something isn't right and that costs us one fish, that could be a $100,000 fish. So we choose to use, or I choose to use, the best. I mean, that's why I've been partnered with BKK, and we've been able to work on hooks that I'm designing for my techniques and how I want to use them. Be with a company that has every hook imaginable for every situation is essential for me. And I realized the quality, how sharp the hooks were, how strong the hooks were. And again, you know, if I have a hook idea, they're so quick, they're gonna get me a sample. I'm working on a couple different hooks right now. We've been through multiple different samples, and I mean, I'm just excited to work with them. To me, that's everything. When a fish bites it, you set the hook. The more fish that you can get in the boat at the end of the day with that hook, the better it is.
When I take my grandkids fishing, they are very, very intense on the fishing. Of course, with Cory and Chris and myself in the boat, they're learning the best of everything. They are using the best of everything. If they're going to do it, my grandkids, the one line I would say is the same one I said to Cory and Chris. You put your time on the water. You learn every lake you're going to fish, and you will be fine.
I can remember watching my dad win trophies, being there, holding the trophies, holding the medals. Now that I got 2 young kids, we're winning trophies, they're holding it. They want to be on stage with us. It's a spitting image of my brother and I when we were younger. It's almost like deja vu, you know, watching them do what we did when we were younger. I never thought my fishing career would end up where I'm at. Looking back when I was a kid, I mean, I just love the sport. But as far as going back to tell myself something when I was a kid, I mean, I don't know that I would do it any different. I'm lucky enough to get the opportunity to fish with my dad a lot. He loves it. You know, sometimes I take it for granted a little bit because I don't realize sometimes how lucky I am. There's a lot of people that don't get that opportunity. It's super special. And you know, even my mom, you know, she doesn't get out in the boat a lot, but she always comes to the weigh-ins, you know, cheers us on. But it's special to be able to fish with him whenever I want.
That's now the highlight of my life when Cory or Chris call and say, "Are you in for the weekend?" Of course. And I show up and the rods are tied, the hooks are sharp. I just jump in the boat and go. They take me where they want to go, not the 80s water where I want to go.
If I could leave one line for the next generation of anglers, it would probably be take care of the resource. If we don't take care of the resource, I mean, the next generation of anglers aren't going to have any fish to catch. That's probably my #1 thing.
say like if I were to have you to put a little words on the hook that you design for like when other people they're using the hook, they can see that words. What would you put on that?
If I could only put one thing on it, it would be badass. But I don't think they're gonna do that, but that's what I would go with.